It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Milwaukee Bucks as they go up against the 76ers in Philadelphia. For Philadelphia, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. And here we go, in a league of teams that love to work the perimeter. Tonight we feature 2 teams that get it done in the post. This is a game, Shaq, and I know you love to watch.
Yeah, you got to try to physically dominate your opponent. You got to push him out the way. Oof. You got to elbow him. You got to move him out the way.
There's only so much one man can take.
That's right, Ernie. But also your team can also hit some threes that create room to operate.
Yeah, I hear
Hey, but Shaq, you got to be highly skilled. You can't just win with power. Now, the best post players have great hands and coordination. You cannot win with just power.
Oh, I got
What are you counting?
He's counting rings.
He just didn't win with power.
He's counting rings.
Okay.
How many did you come up with?
4.
Yeah, me too. That'll do it. Both teams ready for tip-off. We send it out to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Milwaukee Bucks are ready for this thing to get started. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Right now, the 76ers are back in town for just 1 game and looking to play well for their home fans. And, of course, Jabari Parker will need to find a way to overcome what he brought to this team.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of his caliber, they didn't just let him go for nothing. I mean, they got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Good evening, Kevin. Sixers head coach Brett Brown has gone through the lean years in Philly, but his coaching philosophy stayed constant during that time. He said, who's playing hard? There's a certain type that we're trying to grow in a city like Philadelphia. We've got to find people who can gain respect by competing. Kevin?
Thanks, DA. And Philly loves guys that work hard, a great attitude to build your team around for sure. And it should be a high-paced game tonight as both of these teams, Clark, thrive in the open floor. So with that being said, what makes these teams so good on the break?
Well, you're right, Kevin. They do thrive in the open court. Excellent transition teams because they push the ball and they really have a conscious effort to run the floor at every opportunity. That's what makes fast break teams hard to beat, is because they're running all the time. And that doesn't give your defense a lot of time to set up.
So the Bucks win the tip. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Bledsoe is out there with Brogdon. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 4. Lopez a screen. Off the pick. And Embiid pulls it down. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Boston.
And really, man, they played their hearts out. Missed a couple opportunities down the stretch, and that was the difference.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? Much love to him because the energy was there, but the execution fell just a little short.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Embiid the screen. Here's Fultz. Off target with his 3. It's deflected. 76ers on defense. Middleton with it. Now Chandler defending. And Middleton kicks to Bledsoe. Lopez a screen. Brogdon against Simmons. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 11.
Boy, you cannot forget about the long reach and wingspan of Simmons. I mean, he uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with block shots.
High post, Embiid. That one, no good. Good D by Lopez. Here's the break. Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. Rebound by the 76ers.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
The 76ers with another miss.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot. Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
For Milwaukee, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Middleton.
And I think down low is where Antetokounmpo is really so effective, using those long arms of his to get shots off over the defense, really at will.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Here's Lopez. 76ers getting the bucket to the paint, and that one is stuffed right through.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
Here's the screen. Simmons passes to Chandler. Now here's Fultz. Not a lot of room, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Five on the clock. Bledsoe against Simmons. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Bledsoe outside. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. Back to Antetokounmpo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 6. So for the Bucks, their last game a loss to Miami.
Yeah, their last outing was a rough one. Have to be careful of falling in love with that 3.
And you know what, Greg, you can't afford to be a one-function offense. You know what I mean? You've got to be versatile. Got to spread it out and mix it up inside, too.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Now Bledsoe. He's coming off a 22-point game against Miami. Lopez, a screen on Saric. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
That's 4 connections and 5 tries now for him in what's been a great first quarter.
And really few teams in NBA history have undertaken the sort of extreme makeover the Sixers did over the last 4 years, and a lot of losing along the way, but the fans have been surprisingly supportive of the rebuilding process.
The Bucks have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Bledsoe. Lopez outside. There's the dish to Middleton. Pass to Brogdon. 6 to shoot. A floater. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And he recovers it. The shot's good from Lopez.
Yeah, bully balling his way to the rack that time. Lopez with a great second effort.
Embiid the screen. Simmons on the wing. Chandler outside. Kicks it to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And stolen by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons doing a nice job there mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition. And that's a mindset, but also activity and energy display.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. So it's the Bucks now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Saric against Antetokounmpo, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Fultz the pass to Saric. It's tipped. Feeds it to Embiid. Simmons against Bledsoe. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists. And, you know, Ben Simmons, a one-and-done player at LSU. He grew up in Australia. Didn't really watch much college basketball. Said he would have preferred to go straight from high school to the pros.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Middleton. Here's Snell. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Chalk up 2 there. Snell's got his first 2 points.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And Simmons ineligible for the Wooden Award at LSU for academic reasons. He made it clear, I am here for basketball.
Well, and I don't like that mindset there. It's clearly accurate, but while you're in school, you should make that part of the equation and be serious about it. Doing just enough to get by, not the way to approach it. Clearly a tremendous talent between the lines, though. No denying that.
And when I watch Eric Bledsoe, I really feel like he's at his best when he's kind of prodding a defense. So hard to keep away from the rim. When he attacks, it just opens everything else up in his offensive game.
And the first one drops. And Greg, as you said, the aggressiveness Bledsoe has going to the rim is a key for him to getting those open shots then on the perimeter.
And the team is at their best when he is in attack mode. I mean, opens up lanes for cuts as you just can't keep him out of the paint. Knows when to drop off a pass after he beats his opponent as well for an easy score.
He doesn't get the second one. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Passes it to McConnell. Back to Covington. Outside, Redick. He kicks to Johnson. They grab their own miss and stolen by Ilyasova. And it's the Bucks on the break. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
McConnell kicks to Muscala. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And there's the pass to Covington from past the arc. Rebounded by the Bucks. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
And they know they're the better team and out to prove as much tonight. They split the season series a year ago, but they want to change that up now.
Here's McConnell following the basket by Thon Maker. Covington passes to McConnell. To the inside. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And where the shots been coming from tonight, here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the 76ers.
And you can see how important those inside baskets are. This is a team that loves to work the ball inside, whether the entry pass or off of a drive. They like to feed on those high percentage looks.
Five on the clock. Johnson kicks to Covington. And it's off from three-point range. No one near Toledovich as he lets it go. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
Man, it's so good to see how Dellavedova plays to his strengths, guys. I mean, specifically how he finds the open man. Nice.
It's tipped. And here is Toledovich. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And, you know, where was the defense there, Kevin? I mean, even though he missed it, that was not a good effort. Pitiful.
And T.J. McConnell, undrafted out of Arizona, but he caught on with the Sixers, and I tell you what, made an immediate impact. Standing at about 6'2" and just over 200 pounds. He brings that physicality at the defensive end of the floor.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
That's good from McConnell. And Greg, you were a defensive-minded guard. Do you see any similarities to what McConnell brings to the table?
You know, I love his toughness. He's got quick feet, a strong lower base, and, you know, he gets into you, and he racks up his fair share of steals because of it.
So he gets them both. Here's Dellavedova. 8 points his last outing. The feed now to Teletovic. There's the pick. Ilyasova up top. Now here is Dellavedova. He's covered by McConnell. 4 on the shot clock. The 3. And it's Dellavedova missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Johnson the screen. McConnell passes to Johnson. He used that pick to get in close. And that'll tie this game up.
Nice hands that time by Johnson, able to gather and go up with no problems at all inside.
Here's Snell, covered by Redick, and stolen by Redick. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And, you know, the defense was probably in the C-plus range there. I mean, I'm sure he feels like that's one he should have made, that layup.
They get the rebound. Maker dishes to Dellavedova. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's McConnell. A three-pointer off the mark. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Snell kicks to Maker. He feeds it to Ilyasova. Teletovic inside the line. No good that time. And Philadelphia the other way now.
He's still fighting it. And sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. He's trying to get in the rhythm, but right now he's playing hard, but he's hurting his team.
And McConnell gets it to go. The Bucks shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Here's Snell, covered by Redick. Snell, that's good. Snell's got 6.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
There's 49 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Redick passes to Johnson. There's a screen. Back to Redick. 5 to shoot. Here's McConnell. Rebounded by Maker. Milwaukee in the lead. Now the Bucks moving it up. They get it back. Here's Ilyasova. And Ilyasova throws it down.
Boy, I like the heart that Ilyasova displays when he's playing. Just terrific. Love watching him mix it up on the glass with those long arms of his.
McConnell kicks to Johnson. Pass to Covington. He dishes it to Redick. Johnson with a screen on Ilyasova. He used that pick to get in close. Muscala's got his first bucket of the night. Here's Dellavedova. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Bucks lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a lightning rod for fans.
I think I'll forever be associated with Duke and Duke basketball. And obviously that's a polarizing topic for some people. They like me, some people don't like me. But I take a lot of pride in the fact that I went to school there, I got to play there, and I graduated from Duke.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
You know, and listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and haven't gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been. I think it's about where he's going and what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Hustling on that offensive glass. That's led to a number of second chance points.
And we know energy and effort go hand in hand, and they won't be denied playing with a bunch of energy, easily coming up with those offensive rebounds, too.
On the court for the Bucks, Dellavedova and Snell pair up at the 1 and the 2. Mirza Teletovic out there with Ilyasova. And it's Maker in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Maker. 11 points for him in that last game against Miami.
And don't forget about the 4 blocks. Just a big all-around game, particularly on the defensive side.
Here's Dellavedova, down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. A rebound by Johnson.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
That certainly was a deep one. I mean, maybe move in a little bit next time. There's no such thing as a 4-point line.
Here's Snell. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Redick for 3. It's hauled in by Ilyasova. Ilyasova's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And you look at the Bucks in this roster, and the one constant at every position, length. I mean, great height and wingspan. Giannis and Maker, just to name a few.
Here's McConnell after the basket by Milwaukee. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Muscala with the ball. Ilyasova on him. The 76ers need to get off a shot. McConnell, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. McConnell's got his 2nd basket of the night. For Milwaukee, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Snell. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Bucks lead by 2.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Clock at 6. Covington dishes to Redick. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now here's Redick. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Now here is Dellavedova. He's guarded closely. Ilyasova a screen. Now here is Dellavedova. He's covered by Muscala. Johnson with the block.
Excellent defensive commitment that time from Johnson. He's always there and present.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on the Milwaukee Bucks.
Foul. 2.
And J.J. Redick with the prototype when it comes to his release point on that jump shot. So quick off the catch. Always has his feet set and squared and ready to deliver that dagger.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. Hey, Greg, with Redick, that great shooting form he has is one of the reasons his game has aged so well.
And a lot of people wondered if Redick would be able to last in the NBA when he was drafted. Might have one of the longest careers of that draft class. Just keeps producing at any age.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. Sharch comes in for Muscala. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Fulton for T.J. McConnell.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Antetokounmpo passes to Bledsoe. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe. And Philadelphia making a change here. Simmons is checked in. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Chandler outside. Embiid the screen. Chandler kicks to Embiid. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
The Bucks shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And one of the things I love about Chris Middleton is his decision making. You know, he doesn't force shots or passes when he has the ball and just lets the play develop. And that's why coaches trust him so much.
Chandler's shot good. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Lopez a screen. Logged in the pass to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Nice job that time. Really an excellent job from Lopez to find the right angle to get the feed off the pick and roll.
Now here's Fultz. He's guarded by Brogdon. Fultz dishes to Embiid. Screen by Sharch. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. 7th in steals, 10th in scoring. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in block spurt.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble.
The length of Middleton, really an asset on defense for him. He's so good at getting his hands up quickly to contest shots.
The shot's good from Lopez.
And you know what? It's important for big men to be able to shoot from deep in today's game. And shot selection important. Good shot selection there.
Now here's Embiid. 26 points for him last game against Boston.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge. And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. It goes on Eric Bledsoe. And Ben Simmons putting on over 30 pounds of muscle going into his rookie season. Do you think there was any connection between that extra weight and the broken bone he suffered in his foot?
I could certainly understand why people might speculate that, but I'm not going to go there. Clearly, strength is more important than additional weight. And those kinds of injuries do tend to show up because of overuse, though, Kevin.
That's good from Simmons.
Boy, the athleticism that Simmons has is downright scary. I mean, remarkable, the talent this man has, and the potential, I think, to be a multi-time All-Star.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Clark, looking across the NBA landscape, which post players do you see as the most physically dominant in the league right now?
Well, if you talk about physically dominant, there are a number of guys that fall into that category. But I would add this caveat: who's physically dominant and most skilled? That's DeMarcus Cousins. Marc Gasol is similar because of his skill set. Drummond is an animal and a beast because of his rebounding and strength and athleticism. DeAndre Jordan, much the same, but skill and physicality, DeMarcus Cousins gets my vote.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. In the corner, it's Brogdon. The offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo on the follow. Now it's a 7-point Bucks lead.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference. Now, that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. It's not easy trying to alter these shots without fouling the shooter, and that's a good job of doing both.
Milwaukee leading by 7. Lopez sets a screen for Antetokounmpo.
Now, shooters get nervous when Embiid is nearby. Exceptional at contesting any shot within his reach, and even some that look like they're out of his reach.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Here's Embiid following the basket by Brook Lopez.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Oh, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And so it's Milwaukee now. 76ers getting the bucket. Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. On the wing, Chandler. Defended by Middleton. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Bledsoe. It's deflected. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. 4th, the 76ers. 5th best, the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, the fast break is really the focus for both of these clubs. I mean, we've seen them take it up a notch here of late and really playing with a fast tempo.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
I thought he had the space to shoot comfortably there, and disappointed that he missed it.
And the one thing that you gotta love about Markelle Fultz is his versatility. I mean, he's got the size, the passing and scoring ability to succeed at either guard position. He's almost Westbrookish.
And you ask the scouts about Fultz, he has the complete game.
You know, Kevin, he checks all the boxes. Athleticism, the size to play above the rim. And above all,
Gentlemen,
I think the feel for the game is quite apparent when you watch him play.
He misses the free throw.
And rarely do you see a team trade out of the first overall pick, but that's exactly what the Celtics did with Fultz. Sixers jumped on the chance to move up, and Fultz matched exactly what they wanted to add to this team.
And you know, Greg, for the trade, it wasn't so much a critique of Fultz.
You know, Boston had a playmaker already, and they might not have taken Fultz if they stayed in the #1 spot. And listen, the Sixers were in desperate need of a lead guard, and they got a franchise caliber one in Fultz.
Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo over Saric, and that one comes up a bit short. The 76ers trail by 6. And that's good from Antetokounmpo on the assist by Middleton. Middleton's got 3 assists tonight. Embiid the screen, and it's Simmons penetrating. Banked in off the glass. Embiid's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm, high percentage quality shots, and really getting whatever he wants.
Lopez, a screen on Simmons. Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. Good D by Embiid.
That's smothering defense. Chicken and gravy defense, not giving him an inch there. That's how you guard the inside. Yes, sir.
And as Milwaukee continues to invest in the Bucks and this whole franchise, the upcoming stadium just one part of the equation. The team also starting their first year with an exclusive G League team.
Well, and that team is out in Oshkosh, Kevin, and should act as a really good resource for developing young players for the Bucks. I mean, a lot of teams have followed this trend, and the Bucks, they went from plan to action very quickly with that.
Loose shots.
The first one falls. Clark, you know we like to reach out to the fans and have them send in questions, so I've got one right now. Here's Alex in Ohio, of all places. He asks, what sport other than basketball are you best at?
I specialized early, Alex. I was a decent athlete, had good hands, could catch and throw a football pretty well, but didn't like the contact there. Right now, I'm actually just a good workout guy, and I'm trying to become a better than average golfer.
Now here's Bledsoe. Dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Lopez a screen. Pulls from the top of the key. That one off the back iron and out.
Tell you what, Kevin, they will take that look every time. Limited defense, great shot. Just came up empty. You live with those.
Saric against Antetokounmpo, and Saric kicks to Embiid. Outside for Simmons. The 76ers with another miss.
Boy, the defense had gone to sleep, so you got to knock that one down.
Up top, Brogdon. 17 points for him last game against Miami.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Now here's Bledsoe, following the miss by Brook Lopez. Middleton can't get it to go. Here's Fultz. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for the Bucks.
What a display we've seen from them so far. Every half open look they've gotten, they've knocked down and showed no signs of letting up. Right now, they are in the driver's seat. As long as they can keep their rhythm on offense, they'll just steamroll this team the rest of the way.
And it's denied.
Boy, the defensive chops of Ilyasova really coming into play here. I mean, quite surprising, actually impressive at how good he is at timing those shot blocks.
Milwaukee in the lead. Outside, Antetokounmpo. 1:10 left in the first half. Ilyasova a screen to end the drought. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall.
Tell you what, Kevin, they will take that look every time. Limited defense, great shot. Just came up empty. You live with those.
Now here's Simmons. 10 points for him. Muscala misses. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Fultz. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And, you know, through the long rebuild in Philly, the Sixers' strategy was to develop unproven players and try to find some diamonds in the rough. Not a bad way to go when you're going to be patient. And Robert Covington might have been their best find. A very good defender at both forward spots.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. And Covington offensively, mostly a catch-and-shoot score.
Yeah, he plays well off others. His three-point percentage has kind of went south the last few seasons, but if he works on that, I think he's got a place with this team, or if not this team, then certainly in the league.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Johnson comes in for Joel Embiid, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for Simmons. And it's tied up with that one.
You know, Fultz is a guy who can easily take over a game if you give him an opportunity to. He's very confident and has remarkable decision-making skills.
Three-pointers, Snell, rebound by the 76ers. Johnson's got his third rebound tonight. Redick with it. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Johnson the screen, over to the wing. Baseline J on the way. Here's Covington, and that one goes long. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess the game so far?
We're going to need everybody. And the one thing we got to do is we can't settle. We got to keep attacking and get the ball in the paint.
Use that length to your advantage. Thanks, Jason. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. Joel Embiid having an outstanding game. He had 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they're doing a great job of pushing the action and getting to the foul line. They aren't just pulling up for uncontested shots. They're making the defense react to them. In transition, on the dribble, and with those quick cuts, they're in attack mode. That's dangerous. To beat them, you need to force them to play more defensively.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
Well, they shot under 40% in the half. That tells the story right there. The defense deserves some credit for disrupting them a little bit, but they need to counteract with more creativity on offense. Few isolations, more movement, better shot selection.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
The statue of William Penn at the top of City Hall, welcoming you back to the historic city of Philadelphia. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Yeah, the effort and intensity from a defensive standpoint has just really been superb, really firing up his team.
And Greg, you know, to have a really good defense, you need that rim protector back there, and this guy was an absolute beast during that half.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. The 76ers shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. They've got Embiid. Charge is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then it's Simmons, and it's Fultz in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Screen by Sharch. Here's Embiid, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Bledsoe, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Simmons got 3 rebounds so far in the game. For the lead, out to Sharch. Launches it. Offensive rebound. And at last, they get one to fall. Sharch has got the first bucket of the third here for the 76ers. There's the pick. Lopez left side. Shoots over Embiid.
And Embiid is a determined defender. I mean, slotting away shots. He's got excellent reach and timing. Makes him a good shot blocker.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
And how many more possessions like that would they love to get down the stretch? A bunch of them, I bet.
For 3, Middleton. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Sharch passes to Chandler. The dish to Embiid. And Simmons kicks to Fultz. And the 3 off target.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
Here's Simmons following the bucket by the Bucks to the paint. And Embiid throws it down.
And Embiid is HE efficient. That's super efficient, folks. When he gets cooking, the defense knows they're in for a long night.
Now here's Bledsoe. Lets it go from the wing. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And finished off by Fultz.
And you got to clog up the clear lanes to the basket. You can't give him room to operate. When you do, Fultz scorches you with his speed.
Saric against Antetokounmpo. Pass to Lopez. Back to Antetokounmpo. Goes back up. Count it. And the 76ers lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Lopez.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Now here's Embiid. 16 points for him. Here's Saric. Out to Chandler. Embiid inside. Lopez is there. Embiid dishes to Chandler. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Middleton with it. Now Chandler defending. No good from Bledsoe.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated, Greg, because nothing is falling right now. But he's going to keep chipping away at it, and that's the attitude. Stay with it.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Good work there as it goes. Antetokounmpo's got 16.
And, you know, we continue to see Antetokounmpo shoulder more of the load, a remarkable offensive player.
Embiid the screen. Simmons passes to Embiid. Up off the screen, and Simmons slams it in.
It really is a thing of beauty watching Simmons in screen and roll situations. I mean, he's a manipulative master when it comes to tearing apart the defense.
Milwaukee with the ball. After the Sixers pick up 2. There's a good screen. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. He's got 13.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Now here's Saric, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
Man, I like the quick catch and release from Fultz. A confident shooter who's ready to fire as soon as he catches it. Boy, you take a look at Jason Kidd, and he's clearly one of those players that just has a mind for the game. Throughout his career, you saw how well he saw the court, felt the game, and how he created scoring chances for his teammates, and was also very heady at the defensive end. One of the very cerebral Hall of Fame players we've had in the history of the league.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Now, Antetokounmpo, after the missed 3 from Dario Saric. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's getting around 16 points a game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Now here's Simmons. 14 points for him. Saric lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Saric has got 6 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. We always talk about what a good shot is from time to time. Clark, how would you define a good shot in the context of an offensive possession?
To me, Kevin, a good shot is a shot that a guy can make 60 to 80% of the time when he takes it. Whether that's a three-point shot, your post-up moves, your mid-range jump shots. Those are quality shots. And then the other piece of it is you don't want to take a lot of contested shots. You can make them as a pro, but good shots are shots you can make 60 to 80% of the time, and usually that means you're getting open shots versus contested shots.
Here's Snell. He's got 8, and that one drops. Maker's got his second bucket.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Now, here's McConnell. Kicks to Johnson. Knocks it loose. And they're on the break. Here's Dellavedova. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And now, just a 2-point 76ers lead. McConnell kicks to Johnson. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Embiid.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court. He gets it in the paint. Just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
Free throw good from Maker.
And, you know, the Sixers were heavily criticized for the so-called process enduring the pain of losing big. People forget the prior decade when the team tried to contend, only won a single playoff series.
That one drops. He ties it up. And Clark, it's true the Sixers were a team long stuck in the middle. Does that help explain why they employed such drastic measures to rebuild?
I think so, Kevin. Clearly, they tried getting there the usual way when you try to develop players and maybe add a key free agent here or there, and it didn't quite work. And the process was Plan B. And that process has really started to pay some dividends, so I don't blame them for trying it.
Here's Maker. 76ers getting the bucket. Feeds it to Ilyasova. All sorts of time, and it's in there. Ilyasova's got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
Nice use that time of the mid-range area of the floor from Ilyasova. His stroke, so nice.
Redick dishes to Johnson. To the left side wing. Back to McConnell. 6 to shoot. It's Redick on the wing. Here's Muscala, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Muscala's got his 3rd basket of the night. Out to the right wing. Now Maker. He has 6. That's good from Ilyasova on the assist by Maker. Ilyasova's got 6.
In addition to Ilyasova's ability to light it up from the perimeter, he also feels pretty comfortable in the paint.
And Redick kicks to Muscala. For the 3, Chandler goes back up, and there's the nice layup by Johnson. He's got 6.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Ilyasova a screen. Dellavedova, the pass to Ilyasova. Tries it from 19, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Man, I like how Dellavedova gets that shot up so quickly, always measuring the shot as the pass is coming to him.
Here's McConnell. He has 6. They set the screen. Again, the miss by Chandler.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Snell, chance there to take the lead, missing. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Toledovich misses. The 76ers shooting the ball at 46% success rate since the beginning of the third quarter. And here's McConnell. Passes to Redick. Chandler kicks to Muscala. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. The 76ers number 1. The Bucks second.
You know, it's been interesting to see both clubs really clamping down with their pressure on the ball defensively. I mean, forcing turnovers and then getting out in transition to score.
And the first one at the line is good. And Clark is a Midwest guy. You grew up watching your teams go up against the Bucks, and even as a player you faced off against them more than your fair share. When you think about the history of the Milwaukee Bucks, who leaves an imprint on your mind for how they help that franchise?
Well, guys that I actually played against, Sid Moncrief would be at the top of the list because he was so integral to the Bucks' success. Really good at both ends of the floor, a leader. I didn't have to guard him, but I played against those really good Bucks teams in the early mid-'80s, and he was a big part of that.
Ilyasova, a screen. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 6. It's Covington on the wing. And the shot goes down.
And, you know, Covington really excels with the mid-range jump shot. It just looks like he's really comfortable rising up from there.
Here's Snell. He's got 8. 1:03 left in the third. Great D that time from Redick.
Tell you what, Kevin, it would be helpful if he would start to contribute a little more on offense, because when he's missing, it makes it really hard for this team.
Well, J.J. Redick had quite the interesting free agency period. Greg, ultimately he signs with the 76ers on a huge 1-year, $23 million deal.
Yeah, and this is the team that wanted him. Great fit with his shooting, something that they obviously needed. And Redick had a lot of suitors, but he saw something developing with this young Philly core.
And he knocks down the first one.
A lot of losing in Philadelphia. Just 47 wins over 3 seasons from 2013 to 2016. That's the second worst 3-year stretch in NBA history.
He's perfect from the line this time. And Clark, for the Sixers, it seems they're finally headed in the right direction.
Well, I think that's the benefit of patience and all of those high draft picks, Kevin. I mean, some people don't like how they did it, but they rebuilt the roster from the ground up, and I think it gives them a strong foundation going forward.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. McConnell with it. He has 6. He kicks it to Muscala. And he banks in the layup. Muscala's got 10 points in the game. Bucks trail by 6. Toledovich the screen. Here's Ilyasova. Rebounded by Covington.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
He gets that one. And we've reached the end of the third. Philadelphia ahead, up 8. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
It's not going to be easy. Come on. It's not going to be easy. Let's go. Defense. 1, 2, 3, defense.
Jason Kidd moments ago in his huddle, getting everyone focused and amped up to take on these next few moments.
Yeah, and an emphasis really on forcing stops. Something Coach did very well back in his day when he was playing. Let's see if they can live up to his expectations.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Dellavedova and Snell pair up at the 1 and the 2. Maker out there with Ilyasova. And it's Teletovic in at the 3 spot. Now, here's McConnell. The pass to Johnson. Over to Teletovic. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
That's exactly how you win a rebound battle. Get good position and then use your strength to hold on to that position.
Puts it up from 12. And he hits the jump shot. 6 points for J.J. Redick.
Even with a man all in his jersey, Redick has the skill and concentration to make you pay on those jump shots. It's real simple for him.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. Sharch comes in for Mike Muscala. Fultz, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Ben Simmons in for T.J. McConnell. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen in on what Jason Kidd was talking about with his players. He told them that they're getting it done in the paint. He said, they can't guard us inside, guys. Keep taking it to them. Pound it down low. We'll see if they keep it up, Kevin.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe. He's perfect from the line this time.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Bucks trail by 5. And there's the feed to Lopez. Bledsoe against Simmons. Middleton dishes to Lopez. To the inside. Antetokounmpo. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. It's going to be on Saric. Clark, what is amazing about how Giannis plays is how much ground he can cover. It's like he shrinks the floor with how long and tall he is, and his stride when going end to end or just attacking the basket.
Agreed. And how about this? I mean, he's Euro stepping at 7 feet tall. I mean, that's like a dance move, and this guy's doing it with ease. His size and movement and grace. Looks like at times he's on another planet playing against the best players in the world. The Greek Freak has set a standard on what it means to have elite athleticism in the NBA that very few can match.
So he gets them both.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Now here's Simmons. He feeds it to Saric. Covington inside the line. The rebound by Brogdon.
And I love how his teammates have stepped up for him. He's struggling, but they're ramping it up and getting it done this quarter.
The 76ers lead. Now here's Simmons. Pass to Covington. Screen by Sharch. There's the three. No good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. And Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. That puts them in the lead. Antetokounmpo's got 4 this quarter.
Man, that's a nice-looking stroke from Antetokounmpo. What can't... Oh, man. I love that. Yes, indeedy.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like there.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. For 3, Middleton. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Covington. Rebounded by the Bucks. Middleton's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Bucks passing it around. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That's good offense. The shot didn't go down, but they'll live with that.
Simmons passes to Covington. From 15 feet away, and Lopez pulls it down. Lopez has got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Outside, Simmons. And slam dunk by Sharch.
Just a tremendous feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Bucks trail by 3. Bledsoe outside. Lopez a screen. Takes a 3. No good from Bledsoe. The 76ers have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. Simmons with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. Covington dishes to Embiid. Back to Covington. Over Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. Covington with the bucket.
Covington is extremely intelligent when it comes to shooting the basketball. He doesn't force much out there. He goes at his own pace and gets the shots he wants.
Middleton left side. Jacks up a 3. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his first foul. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Robert Covington. Philadelphia leading by 5. Embiid the screen. Dishes to Fultz. Trying to find Chandler. He's got it now. Embiid is at the elbow. Out to Sharch. Fires the 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sharch. Bucks trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Wasted no time on that one. 10 points for Chris Middleton.
Well, I like the fact that Middleton takes advantage of the mid-range jump shot. When he gets room to pull the trigger from there, he's taking it, and he's almost automatic.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul. And the Sixers, Clark, this summer traded away a pick to move up and take Markelle Fultz. But still, they have a surplus of draft picks in the pipeline.
Great young talent, no doubt, guys, with more on the horizon. You know what? They've got a wealth of assets that should transform this Sixers team over the next few seasons.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw.
And even though he couldn't get all of them to fall, he did make it a 2-possession game.
Simmons against Bledsoe. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Brogdon Good D by Embiid.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Now Fultz. Back to Simmons. He dishes it to Sharge. 5 to shoot. Outside for Simmons. Here's Fultz. And a miss there on the triple. Bucks trail by 4. Here's Brogdon. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Malcolm Brogdon, a second-round pick out of the University of Virginia. What a find, Greg, he has been, and you love that he can fill in at either guard spot.
And you get the feeling Brogdon was overlooked for being a 4-year player in college. Has the passing and vision of a point guard, scores well enough from inside and out to play off the ball as well.
Philadelphia's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. To the paint, here's Chandler. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Wilson Chandler. Bucks trail by 3. Out to the wing. The wide open look here for Lopez. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Watch out now. Lopez crashing in to put it home.
The 76ers shooting a pedestrian 36% in the 4th quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Simmons passes to Fultz. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the 76ers lead by 3. Here's Brogdon. The dish to Bledsoe. Lopez a screen. Clock at 6. And Bledsoe, here we go. No good from 11 feet.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
Here is Bledsoe. Markelle Fultz making his last shot. Lopez against Embiid. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Lopez.
And amidst the tall timber, he's right at home. Extremely comfortable. Lopez getting it done.
And Simmons kicks to Chandler. Takes the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Now here's Middleton. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got assist number 5 here tonight.
I absolutely love how Antetokounmpo just has a winning mindset. Consistently, this guy is looking to go all the way to the basket. Has to be devastating trying to stop this guy if you're on defense.
And there's the 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
The Bucks trail. And here is Brogdon to take the lead. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And we all know Brook Lopez can score in the post, and he might be just as valuable working from the elbow and running in that pick and pop action.
And Brook Lopez with the ability to face up and Greg post up.
High post or low. I mean, his passing and shooting ability give him that versatility. He is a load to handle for defense.
And, you know, the big man, Brook Lopez, because he's so skilled as a scorer, doesn't get the credit he deserves defensively. He's not the most fleet-footed, that's for sure, but inside, I mean, he uses his size well to protect the rim.
Here's Simmons. Bank shot, no good. Milwaukee has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
This has been a rough, turbulent outing for him so far. Fortunately, the rest of his team has bailed him out.
Now here's Chandler. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. And the other critique of Brook Lopez at the defensive end has been his rebounding. Not, Clark, the kind of numbers you expect from a 7-footer.
But ironically, Kevin, his team rebounds better when he's on the floor, though. Both he and his brother Robin are very good at boxing out, using their body and their size, and that leaves their teammates available to chase down rebounds.
He's off on the second.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Middleton dishes to Antetokounmpo. Lopez a screen on Saric. 6 to shoot. Brogdon kicks to Lopez. Lets it go from 14. And that one comes up a bit short. Philadelphia has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Out to Saric. Another miss by Philadelphia. And that one falls for Middleton.
Middleton is most known, quite honestly, for his scoring ability. He's a sniper from outside that you can't afford to lose contact with.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Now here's Saric. Screen by Saric. Here's Chandler. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Chandler's got the game tied up here for Philadelphia.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Bledsoe passes to Brogdon. Kicks it to Antetokounmpo. And he gets the bucket. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game.
Now here's Embiid. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Here's Bledsoe. Passes it to Brogdon. Feeds to Antetokounmpo. Makes it off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Milwaukee lead.
Man, the attitude of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. Really what you want to see in your team's best player. He's a guy that does...
And when the game is tight, Simmons rises to the occasion, effortlessly capitalizing when his team desperately needs him to.
Timeout called. The Bucks. They're leading by 2. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter of this one. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Brogdon with a screen for Bledsoe. Saric against Antetokounmpo. Money!
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
Chandler with the screen on Middleton. Saric with the screen for Chandler. He kicks to Embiid. Sinks it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Philadelphia the other way now.
Now you need every basket you can get.
Greg, I think they're still alive here, but they better execute every trip down the floor from here on out.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. No good. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
A three-pointer would be huge right now.
Boy, a chance to tie it up with the game on the line. This is what we live for. I want to see what happens right here.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
You know, when it comes to versatility, the Greek freak, Giannis, is one of the very best in the league. I mean, his shooting, ball handling, and defense are really otherworldly.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Brooke, congrats on the win. You guys have had a rough patch lately. How good was it to finally get a W?
I guess we learn from our mistakes, and we're learning together on the fly. And so as long as we come together and learn from our mistakes, we'll be all right.
Well, you did a great job finishing tonight, Brooke. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.